Hello, today I shall be talking about global warming, which is a burning topic these days throughout the world. Everybody talks of global warming, but many of them do not even know what actually it is. If anything unusual happens, like sudden change in climate, unusual and heavy rainfall, untimely typhoons, sudden disturbances in the ocean, rise in climatic temperature, it is blamed on global warming. Many a times it might be true also, but not always. Global warming is a long term rise in temperature of the Earth's climate shown by the temperature increase of Earth, air, and ocean. The global warming is also related to greenhouse gas emission in different geological regions. Global warming potential of a gas is the ability to warm Earth's climate in comparison to carbon dioxide. Global warming potential of 1 ton of carbon dioxide is considered as 1 and used as a unit. We can compare the global warming impacts of different gases. The measure of how much energy the emission of 1 ton of a gas will absorb over a given period of time relative to emission of 1 ton of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide remain in the climate for a very long period, 12 years and 100 years respectively. Industrial gases live for very long period of thousands or tens of thousands of years with a very high global warming potential. Surface temperature increases in snow-covered mountains and oceans might cause rise in sea level, regional changes in precipitation, more frequent and extreme weather events such as heat waves and expansion of deserts. Because of these changes in the crop yield is diminished, which adversely affects food security, and the coastal cities are flooded due to rising sea level. 50% of the solar radiation that strikes the top of the atmosphere is filtered out before it reaches the ground. This energy can be absorbed by atmospheric gases, reflected by clouds and scattered. Greenhouse gases are responsible for raising the climatic temperature by absorbing solar heat near the surface of the earth. If no such gas is present in the atmosphere, the temperature of the earth would have been 40 degrees lower than the present average temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. Global warming might cause unpredictable deviations in monsoon behavior, either preponed or postponed, which might affect crop growth, its quality and yield. Freshwater scarcity and higher evaporation takes place because of the higher temperature. Receding glaciers and higher melting of snow might cause rise in river water levels and floods. The extreme changes in climate might cause cyclones, hurricanes, typhoons, floods, and droughts with increased destructive potential. Different pests emerge causing severe damage to crops, infectious disease, and epidemics for which drugs might or might not be available with us. Now there are several diseases which are as a result of global warming spreading in the world. The first group is the vascular disease. These are triggered by increase in temperature which might lead to burning pain, erythema and swelling of mainly the hands and the feet in human beings. The infectious diseases are the global warming creates extended rainy season in some areas and extended drought in the others and might introduce new climates in different regions. These changed climates that are able to sustain vectors for longer periods of time, allowing them to multiply rapidly and sometimes introduce even new vectors. The malaria, elephantiasis, Rift Valley fever, yellow fever and dengue fever have higher prevalence in areas that have experienced extreme flooding and drought. As the climate continues to warm, there is a high risk that malaria will multiply at higher pace. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium, which is a mosquito-borne disease. The mosquitoes proliferate very fast under the malaria. Rift Valley fever, yellow fever and dengue fever have higher prevalence in the areas that have experienced extreme flooding and drought. As the climate continues to warm, there is a high risk that malaria will multiply at higher pace. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium, which is a mosquito-borne parasite. The mosquitoes proliferate very fast under hot and humid conditions. When the parasites reach liver, symptoms like fever, headache, shaking, chills, anemia appear, and in severe cases can progress to coma and death. The ticks behave similarly in warm and humid conditions. The tick-borne disease also proliferate high humidity of greater than 85% in the best condition for growth tick to start and finish its life cycle. The temperature and water vapors play a significant role in determining the range for tick population. The last is the dengue fever is an infectious disease caused by 4 different types of dengue viruses known to be in the tropical regions. It is also transmitted by mosquito Aedes or Aedes aegypti. The symptoms are fever, headache, muscle and joint pains and skin rashes. There is no vaccine for dengue fever right now, and there is no true treatment to get rid of it. The hotter the weather a climate is, the faster the mosquitoes can mature and the faster the disease can develop. People should take preventive measures. For example, no standing water, dress in appropriate clothing, light colored and long sleeved, and wear insect repellents to save them from this virus. The direct impact of climate change on mental health are landscape changes, psychological trauma, and these are immediate and localized problems resulting from extreme weather events and environmental changes. Extreme weather events might cause the negative impacts on agriculture, leading to economically adverse effects on farmers. Some of the extreme weather responsible for these mental health changes include wildfires, earthquakes, hurricanes, fires, floods, and extreme heat. The high extreme heat is directly related to certain ailments like cardiovascular disease and the respiratory disease like asthma. In summers of 2003, during the Europe's big heat wave, there were recorded 70,000 deaths related to the heat. At elevated climatic temperature, the physical health worsens and is less curable. Mental stability starts to deteriorate. An example, heat makes landscapes dry and the forests are more prone to fires. Burns and smoke inhalation from the increasing number of fires lead to a decline in physical health, which leads to mental health problems. The changed climate causes an increase in depression, domestic violence, and suicide. More than 100 farmers in the Australian countryside had committed suicide by 2007. So therefore, if you look at all these effects of global warming on the crops, human beings and the animals, they are adversely affecting all the three. And naturally, there is a lot of economic loss and social behavior of the animals and human beings. Thank you very much.